What's up, beautiful people? Hello, 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 and happy Wednesday. Yes, yes, yes. Come on in the room. All right, good people. I'm going to allow 3 minutes for you to get in here and get comfortable, get all cozy. We are here in week 8. Welcome, welcome. Um, Again, man, this is an exciting week. Can you believe it? We have gone strong, 8 strong, long weeks putting in this work, and I just want to remind you all that it is all worth it. So definitely don't take it for granted. I am proud of each and every one of you. I know I said it last week in some of my lives, but I just want to say again, thank you, thank you, thank you for allowing me to be a part of your journey. I cannot tell you enough how grateful I am to have this opportunity to be your coach and to lead you along the way, honey. So, again, congrats. And this is just, we're just marking off mile markers. I like to say there's never really a finish line. When you're talking about a healthy lifestyle, there's never a finish line, but they are those mile markers that we just marking off, and we're just gonna continue to mark off those mile markers until we and just explore the journey, explore and enjoy it at the same time. So I'm super excited about our Wellness Wednesday today. Again, I'm going to allow a few more moments for you all to come in here. Welcome. Hello, hello, hello. But we are going to be talking about a lot of different things, but definitely more so on the mental piece of everything as we are transitioning into our new challenge, our next challenge, right? Just wanted to remind you of some good, healthy mental tips to take with you as this challenge is coming to an end. So yeah, as we prepare for the next one. Also, man, make sure you tell your people, tell your friends, tell your cousins, tell your aunties, tell your uncles that sign up will be opening next Thursday. And if you did not know, my birthday will also be next week. Yes, I will be turning 34. Listen, I was about to throw my gang signs, but I ain't gonna do it. I was like, is the opposite backwards? Anyway, I'll be 34 on February 27th. So shout out to all my Pisces. My birthday is a good old Tuesday, yes, but shout out to all my Pisces. February 27th, baby. February, baby. I almost was in March, baby. I'm pretty sure I was born in leap year. But all right, it has been 3 minutes. So again, welcome, welcome, welcome to our week 8 Wellness Wednesday. I am Coach Alicia, and I will be leading tonight's topic, but I will not make you wait for our special guest. So I would love to introduce Dr. Christy. What's up, boo boo?
Hey, how are you? Happy Wednesday.
Good. How are you? So I want to just give you the floor. Introduce yourself. Let them know what you do. Tell them how long you've been an E2M client, and then we'll go from there.
Yes, I am Dr. Christy. I am an E2M client. I've been a client for a little over a year now, still on the journey. Like you were saying, this is such a process. I'm a clinical psychologist, so I also get to talk with people every day about mental health and their emotional health and the connection also between their physical wellness as well. And so I'm just excited for this Wellness Wednesday.
Awesome, awesome. My connection is acting a little funny. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yep.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, I just turned my Wi-Fi off. It was acting a little crazy. But yeah, so super excited to have you here. So again, guys, it is week 8, and I always, always, always talk about this during week 8, on my week 8 day 5. But Uncle Brad, remember, Uncle Brad will be leading this week's Friday's live. So I want to talk about it now. But I always talking about falling in love with who you are becoming. You've been working so hard, and it's great, and I'm proud of you. But a lot of times when this week 8 comes, you start seeing people post their before and afters, and everybody's so happy, and you're even happy when you look in the mirror. But what happens? You get on that Beyonce internet, you get on social media, and you start comparing yourself. And then what you were so happy about, you're not as happy about it anymore. And that is what we do not want to happen. Listen, everybody is different. Everybody has their own goals. You already know comparison is the thief of joy. So if you don't take anything away from tonight's live, please take away the simple fact that do not, do not feel down on yourself or negative self-talk, or just criticize yourself because you start comparing yourself to somebody else. So I want you to say affirmations each and every day, each and every week, and fall in love with who you are becoming, because just 8 weeks ago, I'm pretty sure you weren't doing the workouts you've been doing, drinking as much water you've drinking, eating the healthy option that you're eating now. And we are continuing to develop these new habits so they can come routines and therefore become who we are, which helps create discipline, right? So, Dr. Christy, with that being said, as we are coming to the end of week 8, how are some ways that, hold on, let me make sure I'm wording this right, how I want to say it. How can our clients remain focused mentally on their own journey while celebrating the success of others?
Yeah, I think it's hard, right? Because everyone's journey is different, but I think the first piece is to look at, like, where was I week one? Not even week one, like, where was I when I was thinking about signing up, right, for E2M, and recognizing like how far you've come. And even if, some of us, we have rounds that aren't so great, right? And so it's okay to acknowledge, like, wow, maybe this wasn't my best round, but I'm still in the race. So I think it's recognizing that, like, this is my race that I'm running, and or walking, right? Whatever that race looks like for you each week, each day, each moment, and honoring the other people, but also recognizing, hey, I've made progress. And like, if today wasn't a great day, tomorrow I'm going to continue in this journey.
I love that. And it sounds like you definitely encouraging that positive self-talk. So like you saying, just even if it's a run or if it's a walk, we always encourage to do your best each and every day. Each and every day, your best may look different. 60% maybe your 100%, depending on the
Right.
day. Also, with that being said, how can someone challenge the negative thought pattern?
So I'm a big proponent of writing, or like I'm big into audio messages. So whatever works for you. But like if it's writing, if it's audio messaging, if it's with a therapist, if it's with one of the coaches using Facebook, whatever like works for you, but finding a way to what we call externalize. So like being able to get that out. So if the message is, I can't do this today, or I'm not strong enough, right? So writing that down and then taking a pause from it, coming back, and then saying, okay, you know what? Maybe I don't feel strong enough, but I am strong enough, right? Maybe I couldn't do the plank for 2 minutes, but maybe I was able to do it for 30 seconds. And so it's really acknowledging there's like things become real when we write them down or when we say them out loud versus they're just up here. So being able to externalize, getting it out, looking at it and being like, you know what, I have that thought. And then taking a moment, imagine that you were your best friend, right? And your best friend was challenging that thought that you're not strong enough, you're not good enough, you shouldn't continue this journey because your progress isn't the same as someone else's. What would they say to you? And then using those words to try to push back on the thoughts that you're having.
So I'm gonna get a little, don't mind sharing.
Yeah.
During your journey here in E2M that you've had those moments where you had to like, okay, wait a minute, why am I being negative? Why am I beating myself up? And if so, what were those moments like, and how did you overcome them?
Yeah, like so in the midst of E2M, like I lost a ton of weight, and then here we go. I messed around and had me a baby, right? And I was like, Lord. So that was great, right? But it came with weight gain and just life changes. And so I was like, gosh, like you should be able to do this, Christy. Like you should be able to make these adjustments really easier. And I had to say, okay, let me take a pause. Like you had a whole human, right? That you delivered. And I had to also recognize your life looks different. And so one of the things I had to do was like start to become kinder to me, right? And even as a psychologist, I teach people that all the time, but it's hard, right? When we're just like life sometimes. And so that has been my journey. And it's an ongoing struggle of not trying to be so hard on yourself on days where you don't get it 100% right.
I love that. I love that. And also, with that being said, I'm sure there's moments of when you feel like you need to connect and disconnect, but not to the point where you give up completely.
Yeah.
So are you able to identify those moments where you feel like maybe I need to connect or disconnect, whether it's from people and just focus on your own journey, or what are those moments like? Because like you said, you had a baby, and life is just different with a child, and I'm pretty sure your circle, probably your support system may be different too, because it may include more moms, so you can get more advice. And we have our postpartum group. Shout out to our postpartum ladies. But yeah, so when or what's a good thing to think about having those moments you feel like, man, it's a moment where I need to connect or disconnect, whether it's from certain things or certain people?
Yeah. So I think one question is like, how is this serving me? Like, how today is this social media group? Is this post? How is it serving me? Right. And am I becoming so obsessive where this is my only marker? Right. So sometimes, maybe it's just me. Like sometimes at night, I need to go to bed and I'm like scrolling on IG, just, just looking at all kinds of things. And so sometimes those pieces can be motivating. It's like, gosh, I see this post, like she's doing amazing. Come on, let's get up, set your clock, work out, all the things. But sometimes it's like, gosh, I see this post, and in our minds, we say, oh, I'm not good enough. Look at their progress. I'm not there yet. Right. And so when you find that your response to whatever it is on social media, whether it's E2M or, other posts are fueling negative thoughts, then you may want to say, you know what, maybe I need to take a pause. That pause doesn't have to be weeks. It could just be a day to reset, to go inward, to make sure that you're focused on your own journey and not just the comparison of where you're not.
Oh, I love that. And one thing my therapist told me to do, it was talking about a kind of different topic, but because sometimes when you are thinking negative, it's almost like the universe is like, Facebook is calling each other like, she's thinking negative. To her feed, it's like, what? No, every post, people like, that's me. That's how I'm feeling. And the next thing you know, it's like everybody feels how I feel. Just go down this rabbit hole. But one thing that my therapist should just suggest to me, that I, of course, clean your feed. So I unfollow a lot of pages that I know does not serve me. It may be entertaining, but I know that it makes me feel a certain way, and it's not necessarily a positive way. So guess what? Unfollow. Now I'm not gonna hold you and act like I don't go on that page every once in a while to get my little and I'm still working on it. I'm a work in progress. Yeah. But okay, unfollow, because your feed should feed you, and you should feed your mind with positivity. Because if you think negative, life gonna be negative. If you think positive, life can have a positive, more better outcome. So, and another thing that I was told to do was start following more uplifting pages, or things that I know I'm not going to get caught up in comparing myself to. That is a page that's going to talk about things that I can relate to, that I know that's going to feed me, whether if it's just a page that just has quotes on it, positive quotes, whatever it needs to be. So that's also too, if it comes to the social media, strolling and comparing yourself, scrolling down the list. I think I said strolling, Lord.
That's okay.
Line dance. But going down the list, but just make sure you are mindful of what you follow. And because that's something we can control.
Absolutely. It's like spring cleaning, right? Like spring cleaning, fall cleaning, everyday cleaning, like making sure that what's coming in mentally is healthy for you. And what might work for other people, they might be able to follow certain pages, but maybe you can't, right? And sometimes we just need to like get back into reality, like social media. Of course, people only post like the great posts, but they've taken that picture like 100 times, right, before they post it. And so that's what I love about E2M, is like just the authenticity, the vulnerability of people. We're just presenting our real selves. And so finding whether it's E2M in addition to other pages that are really supporting the values that you have.
I love that. All right. Also, that kind of brings to my next question that I have for you. What are some good ways for us to experience joy, during this journey? Because it's a lot. Like the workouts, you're like, man, it's a lot.
Yes.
You want me to work out? You want me to eat? You want me to drink this water? Like, Lord. There's beauty that can happen with all of this, right? I always tell people to focus on the journey, not so much as the outcome, all right? And enjoy the process. But what are some ways that we can find joy with this experience?
Yeah. So one thing I often share is like, take a moment and look in the mirror at yourself. Even if you're like, I'm not where I want to be, take a moment naked, look at yourself in the mirror and get connected to you, right? Because there's so much joy in us. And there's actually like science behind, we feel better when we have smiles, what the science says, right? So even if if everybody wants to try it for just a moment, like your mood lifts.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
But practicing that, right? Because we spend so much time with our negative emotions. It's like, do we spend enough time trying to feel joy? So that's one piece. Also, of course, like rewards, right? So identifying how am I going to reward myself? And those may look different than they did before you started week one or even before you started E2M in general. So identifying rewards. And then I would also say finding a true accountability partner, both in E2M, but also hopefully in your non-E2M life, right? Someone who can understand the E2M journey, but also other people in your life who may not be part of the community, even though they should join, but they may not be part of the community, but they can reward you in other ways, so that you have this sort of totality. And then, again, I'm a proponent of writing it down. Write down your joyful moments. We focus on, gosh, whether I didn't eat this or the scale didn't move. Focus on what we did do. Put that in a jar, as a gratitude jar throughout the course of the week, every day. At the end of the week, read every single one to yourself, to your partner, to your friends, to your E2M family, and then honor what you've done without minimizing it. Because we're so good at being like, that was just a pound, or it was just, a plank.
I like that. Honor what you've done without minimizing it. I'm gonna have to write that down. I love that. And I kind of cut you off when I said the joke, but you wanted us to do, you said, take a moment and do this right now. What was that? This?
Yeah, I want us, even just now, practice a half smile, and I'll do it for us. It's like, and if you hold that just for a moment, your mood actually will shift over time. So, and that's something you can do. You can be in a meeting and frustrated. You could just want something sweet, right? And you need to be on plan. And so you can do that to shift your mood ever so gently, right? And that's just honoring like the joy that's still within us that sometimes really gets tamped down just by life that comes at all of us.
Oh, thank you. I like that. Yeah, I know. I was also told, they said the smile when you talk, and usually it'll help them. But man, Dr. Christy, I appreciate you so much for blessing us with your presence on this good old Wednesday evening. But yes, I'll let you, any closing remarks? I know you have an event coming soon in the VA.
Yes, in Virginia. Yes, we have a huge community, E2M community here, and we are so excited. We have somebody coming to our event. She's going to be a whole speaker. You might know her. They call her Coach Alicia, but you're going to be one of our amazing breakout speakers for the Exhale Summit. So we're not trying to leave the men out, but the women will be getting together in Newport News, Virginia, March 1st through the 3rd. We're going to talk all things mental, emotional, and then of course you're going to help us get our physical lives together. So please come on over, come on down. It's not too late. To get a ticket, www.exhalesummit.org, and come and join Coach Alicia and I together.
I am super excited. Well, again, thank you so much. And again, guys, it's week 8. Continue to keep your foot on the gas, baby. No breaks. But I love you. God bless you. And I will see you tomorrow for Cardio Hit.
Bye, everyone.